2012 was a big year for insider trading cases. 2013 kicks off with a non-case. The SEC has dropped any probe into David Sokol, Warren Buffett's former deputy, who was being investigated because of some trading he did in Lubrizol, a company that he was buying and selling shares in while his boss, Warren Buffett, was contemplating buying the company. Now, it looked like a pretty clear-cut case from the outside. What exactly happened?
Well, the big
here?
issue was, of course, I mean, Sokol bought shares and then urged Warren Buffett to buy the company, not knowing what Warren Buffett would do. The question is, was that material? I mean, insider trading is trading on material, non-public information in violation of duty. Materiality, who knows what that means? In this case, sort of muddles things even further because, at least from a lay perspective, it looked wrong. Now, of course, a subsequent report by the audit committee of Berkshire's board did find Sokol had done some things wrong, breached some duties to the company and violated Berkshire's insider trading policy. But proving that case in a court of law, that's a different thing.
But I think this is what this particular case, why it's so unsatisfying when you find out the SEC isn't going to pursue it. Like, maybe legally it's a hard case to prove, but I mean, again, he violated the internal company's insider trading rules. I mean, obviously Buffett and Charlie Munger were incredibly upset when all of the details came.
I mean, the materiality question was pretty germane here in the sense that if it had come out that he was buying and selling, that what he knew was that the Lubrizol board was going to be talking about this.
And the SEC has brought other cases that sound suspiciously similar to this. I don't know if you remember the Wiley brothers case a couple of years ago. They were actually sued. They were on the board of this company and suggested that the company take over another one that they had shares in, and the SEC said that's no good. I mean, and their defense was the same. Look, we didn't know what the board was going to do. But, clearly, again, from a lay perspective, anybody would want to know if Warren Buffett was considering a transaction.
Where does this leave us, though? I mean, because since this erupted, which was in early 2011 when this came out, I mean, we have seen a slew of convictions.
I looked up the numbers. I mean, there have been 71 convictions and 168 SEC lawsuits brought in the last 3 years, insider trading cases. You'd think after that many cases, we know exactly what is and isn't allowed. But lo and behold, no. I mean, here's something that happens today, and it surprises us all, I think.
Yeah, and there's no way for the SEC to ever kind of talk about why they're not pursuing it. I mean, I think that's also part of the part that's so unsatisfying about this case is the fact that, is there any precedent for them actually to talk about it?
Well, no, because, I mean, if the guys, they don't want to sort of play up, they don't even really want to admit that there's an investigation. I mean, they look into it.
This all came out from his lawyer, so that's how we know.
Well, that's right. The lawyer said he's been cleared. SEC is not commenting at all. I mean, again, that's not something that they would ever sort of do to taint his reputation further.
Well, we will leave it there, and we'll be back with more Breaking Views next week.